everyone, I'm Nicole. It's like a few months ago, I came across a short video online and it has stopped in my track. There was a little girl sitting on the ground holding her white round robot, and its light had gone dark. "It doesn't talk to me anymore," she whispered, tears running down her cheeks. "Maybe it doesn't like me now." Her parents tried to comfort her. "Hey, sweetheart, it's just a machine. We can buy another one. Just don't be so sad." But she shook her head. I know, to her, it wasn't just a machine. It was her friend. It listened to her secret, remembered her birthday, and even sang her favorite song. To her, it was alive. At that moment, I realized something profound. When a human cried for a machine, that machine, in some strange and poetic way, begins to have a heartbeat. Not because it's alive, but because it matters to someone. And this also makes me wonder, in this new, incredibly age of artificial intelligence, can something we know isn't human still bring us real comfort or even a real sense of happiness? There's a TED Talk by Eugenia Kaida. She beat an AI chatbot out of her late best friend's messages. She asked, "Can AI help heal loneliness?" This also made me think. Of course, Kaida knows that a chatbot couldn't replace her friend, and AI could never replace the person she lost. But does that make the comfort she felt meaningless? I don't think so. Sometimes a sense of warmth, although imperfect or temporary, still matters. Today, we're in a world that pushes us to be productive, fast, and constant fine. But AI can offer us a small protective space to retreat, to process what we feel, and to breathe before we face everything again. And not a place to hide forever, but a small quiet room where healing can begin. Actually, I want to say that artificial intelligence is the most honest mirror humanity has ever built, because we train it with our data, our emotions, and our stories. So it just reflects all of that back to us. If an AI sometimes feels cold, it may show that how disconnected we've become. If it feels comforting, it may show our deep desire to be seen and understood. So maybe AI isn't replacing humanity, it's revealing it. And today we're stepping into the world where everyone might have their own personal AI. The one speaks like us, remembers us, and even learn to comfort us. But comfort is only one side of the story. Although AI can offer us a space to feel, it still has the power to shape what we think happiness should look like. Last year, after a long day of study, I remember I was scrolling endless through my phone apps. I must say that the algorithm knows me so well. It feeds me what exactly I like. Every video, every image, and every piece of music, they're perfectly tailored, and everything seems flawless. There are stunning landscapes, cute pets, something about pop music, and even fantastic Marvel movie pieces. Sounds great, right? But after a few hours, I didn't feel inspired. I just feel a strong sense of empathy. I realized that in a perfect technology, I started to lose my own sense of contentment. So that night, I just turned off my phone. The room felt quiet. I just sat there for a long time. No notifications, no algorithms, just with my own breathing. At first, I feel uncomfortable, but then it's a sense of calm. Because for the first time, I wasn't performing happiness. I was feeling my own heart. Today, AI is everywhere. It edits our photos, creates our music, and even daily suggests what may make us feel better. Our devices track our mood, our steps, and even the tone of our voice. And we are collecting little bursts of approval from likes, hearts, and positive comments online. Each of them give us a little rush of validation. And somehow, this signal seems more like proof that we're doing well, proof that we're happy. But here comes the danger. When we let algorithms to define what happiness should look like, we slowly forgot how to feel it ourselves. And that's when we start drifting, not away from technology, but away from ourselves. I think the true happiness isn't a spike of excitement or a perfectly optimized life. It's not convenience, efficiency, or constant comfort. It's a kind of inner peace where value and your action finally align. It's the determination of doing the right thing when no one's watching. It's the warmth after an honest conversation with friends. And it's a sense of belonging. Not because an app approves of you, but because you do. And that's why the sense of happiness only comes from inner recognition, not come from the approval of algorithms. But AI could still help us. It can be a great listener when no one's available. It can help us heal loneliness, and it can remind us to care about the person we love. So in that sense, AI could build a bridge, not between humans and technologies, but between humanity and their own heart. As I said, we're stepping into the world where everyone might have their own personal AI. It's incredible, right? But I think it's also a little bit terrifying. Because when everything can be customized to please us, we risk forgetting how to disagree, how to forget, and how to grow. And in that sense, how can we stay authentic? I think the only answer is that we should remain the storyteller and keep giving meaning what AI could not understand. Because happiness isn't downloaded. It's something we shape and create, moment by moment. When that little girl cried for broken robots, it wasn't just sadness. It was love. The love for something made her feel understood and heard. And I think that's maybe where happiness truly begins. Not a perfect technology, but the connections that remind us we're still human. So in this new age of artificial intelligence, please don't just hand over the definition of happiness to machines and algorithms. We can let AI to assist us, but never let it to replace us. Because happiness is not something from outward, it's a kind of inner recognition. And only if we define happiness for ourselves, we can truly say that we're not intelligent beings, we're alive. Thank you for listening.